This is a good news for all UK carers and those who want to enter into the United Kingdom as carers, because you can now come in with your dependents. And this is a new rule that came in just a few days ago on the 21st of December 2023. This rule is debunking the previous rule that says that none from spring 2024, no carer can come in with their dependent. This is a good news, and I'm happy, and I know you will be happy. Gov.uk has published this article, and so I would want us to all go and then read it. I mean, this is telling us that there's going to be a way you can come in with your dependent. It is also telling us as a carer and then as a skilled worker visa, how you'll be able to come in with your dependent. When I see your dependent, your children, your wife, or your husband. Let's read what the the Gulf says. It says that care workers who have SOC code 6145, that's senior carers with 6146, already in route, will be able to remain with their dependent. And so what this means is that if you are already a carer or a senior carer in the United Kingdom and you already have your dependent with you, being your spouse or your children, then you are free. You can still keep your spouse. There is no need for your spouse who is the dependent to go in for another COS. They are in and they are in for good. It also says that where a care worker or senior care worker is in the route before the immigration rules changes, but has not yet brought dependent, they will be allowed to bring dependent during their sponsorship on this visa. And this is the good news I'm talking about. And so if you are a senior carer or you are a carer and you are already in the United Kingdom, all right, you are already in the United Kingdom, but you've not brought in your dependents. And when I say your dependent, as I've already explained, your spouse and then your children. If they are still back home, as far as you are in the United Kingdom and you are a carer or a senior carer, you can still bring in your dependent anytime you want. I'm not the one saying it. Let's read it again. It says that where a care worker or senior care worker is in the route before the immigration rule changes, and then this rule is going to change the spring of 2024. That means March 2024. But has not yet brought dependent, they will be allowed to bring dependent during their sponsorship on this visa. And so you don't have to worry. You don't have to make a hasty decision to struggle to bring your dependent if you think you've not properly prepared yourself, because you've still got chance. You can still bring in your dependent even when the immigration rule commences next year, 2024 spring. And this is a very good news. And I know you watching me or whoever watching me is glad to have heard this news. This is a good news. And so if you hear this, you can also tell a friend, to tell a brother, and then also to tell a sister about this good news, so that someone do not make a hasty decision of bringing in their dependents whilst they are not so much ready or prepared for it. It says that individuals who are in the UK on any other route, including where the route permits dependent, who switch into the care visa as a care worker or senior care worker after this date will not be able to stay or bring in their dependent. And this is a very important clause that we need to understand. And this actually goes into especially students. And so if you are not able to switch any kind of visa you are on in the United Kingdom, so you're already in the United Kingdom, but you are on a different visa. Any visa you are on, if you are not able to switch immediately, I mean immediately before the spring of 2024, then you will not be able to bring in your dependent. Let's take note of this. If you are not able to switch as early as possible before 2024 spring, which is March 2024, then after switching, you will not, of course, you'll be able to switch, but you will not be able to bring in your dependents, be it your spouse or your children. And then the reason is that by that time, the immigration rule has commenced. And this is what I want to create your awareness about. If this is the first time you're watching me, this is Oasis TV. We talk about everything, everything, everything. We talk about traveling abroad, we talk about immigration, new rules. And so please subscribe to this channel and also share so that other people would also benefit. Let's read the last clause. It says that care providers who were sponsoring workers in exclusively non-regulated activities. And this means that those who are not registered with the CQC, before the rules changes, should still be able to continue to sponsor these workers, including for extensions to their visa on those terms. In fact, what this actually means is that some of the companies who has brought in or who are still bringing in carers and senior carers, some of them have not been able to register with CKC. And what they are saying is that even those can still bring in, even after the rule, they can still bring in care workers. They can still sponsor people to enter into the United Kingdom and also help them to extend their visa when they need be. Thank you for watching me, and this is the Oasis TV.